And still on journalists, there's never been this big a delegation from a country such as the 14 Filipino journalists who were part of the Vatican Accredited Media Personnel, or VAMP. VAMP traveled with Pope Francis from Rome to Sri Lanka, the Philippines, and back to Rome. They got to meet the Pope a second time in brief but private individual audiences. Pia Ontiveros, VAMP journalist number 46 and 9 TV chief correspondent, has this story for us.
The Pope always does two things on the plane: hold a press conference and meet the journalists. As soon as the press conference ended, Father Federico Lombardi brought us, the 14 Filipino journalists, to the business section of the plane where Pope Francis sat. Lombardi said we would each get to sit with Pope Francis for a few moments and have our pictures taken with him by the official Vatican photographer. I didn't want to take up too much of his time, so I just showed him a recent family photo, my husband and me and our 4 kids. I asked if I could embrace him and told him I would always pray for him. Embracing Francis is like putting your arms around a soft stuffed toy, cotton candy, or even a cloud. It was joy. He makes you feel that nothing is going to harm you, that your worries are over. He gave all of us that feeling when he visited Manila, Tacloban, and Palo. He was there for and with each and every one of us. Remember what he said in Tacloban? I'm here.
Cuando yo vi desde Roma esta catástrofe,
when I saw from Rome that catastrophe,
sentí que tenía que estar aquí.
I felt that I had to be here.
Y ese día, esos días, decidí hacer el viaje aquí.
And on those very days, I decided to come here.
Quise venir para estar con ustedes.
I'm here to be with you.
Un poco tarde, me dirán, es verdad.
A little bit late, I have to say,
pero estoy.
but I'm here.
There is no message more powerful than his presence. I spoke to some of my colleagues and asked them what it is they said to or asked Pope Francis, how it made them feel, and what it meant to them.
So I just asked for 2 things. Number 1, to bless the rosaries that I have for my friends and relatives. And number 2, to pray for sick people.
While approaching him, I was quite, afraid, somewhat nervous. But when I was with him, it was peaceful.
The first pa lang na when I said that I'm from Tacloban, where Hayan, parang gumano na siya. So, sabi ko parang it's sad.
Hindi ka nang umiyak.
Yeah, I don't know, parang pagtayo ka, nanginginig ako, papablik sa upuan. I think until now.
Ayun, medyo teary-eyed nung pinipigilan ko lang yung pag-iyak.
Now, nag-sink in po sa akin kung ano yung messaging niyang gustong ipaabot sa akin. Na ako lang ang nasa kaloob-looban ko lang, nasa aking isipan, na nasagot na niya na personal.
Right after that audience, Father Lombardi gave all the journalists gifts from the Pope, a rosary, a stampita, a photograph of the Pope and his coat of arms behind it, and medallions, mementos of his visit to Sri Lanka, a medallion of Our Lady of Madhu, and for the Philippines, a medallion of the Santo Niño. So how do you end a story like this? I don't know. I don't want it to end. And you know, so do you. Pia Ontiveros, 9 TV, aboard the Papal flight from Manila to Rome.